Hello and welcome back, welcome to a new Let's Play with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Poogie. So, I'm going to look at, probably a Kirby game. Yes, Kirby Superstar. Because 2022 is the 30th anniversary of the beginning of the Kirby series. So, I think I want to look at that. Starting off with Kirby Superstar. Because it is one of the few games available I guess in HD, given that the Game Boy original is, well, not yet available on the Switch, even though there were rumours about putting Game Boy games onto the Switch, and this game is kind of a compilation of many different games, so yeah, only a few of them are available right now. So I'm going to start off with Sping Breeze, which is a game, a kind of slimmed down version of Kirby's Dreamland. What do I mean by that? Well, you'll see when we get into it. Another thing of note that really differs from the original Kirby's Dreamland is that we actually get the copy abilities that were introduced in Kirby's Adventure. So yeah, that's a major difference there. And this was the actual Kirby game that I really got into, actually. More so than Dreamland, because I always got stuck on Castle Lololo. So yeah. But yes, and this is the beam ability. By pressing the B button we can shoot out a stream of different laser attacks, and if we hold it in we can shoot out, I guess, some sort of charge beam? Seriously. Kirby's gunning for Mega Man now, is he? Yeah. Anyway, here's our first mini-boss beyond here. So yeah, and that is Poppy Brothers Senior. Seriously, that's actually his name. Eating his bombs will actually give you the bomb ability. Another thing of note, I just created a helper. In this case, Waddle Doo, who has the same ability as the thing. So yeah, and yeah, I am a big fan of the Kirby games. I've been since I played Dreamland on the Game Boy, so yeah. I also have a fair few other Kirby games as well, namely Kirby's Block Ball, and even Dreamland 2. Seriously, that game is very, very rare in this country. It's actually an imported American version of Dreamland 2, seriously. So let's go through this gate, and in this area we get a bunch of enemies here. So yeah, the bomb ability does throw in an arc. That is important thing to remember, because unlike in some later games, such as well, what over here was called Kirby's Adventure Wii, but it's actually Kirby's Return to Dreamland in America. In that game, you could aim the bombs. In this game, I'm not so sure you can, or I certainly don't do so anyway. Anyway, here's our first boss, and just like with many of the classic games, is Wispy Woods. And with the bomb ability, this boss is a joke. Even for a first boss, is a joke, seriously. In the original game, you had to shoot out your puffs. Remember that you did not have copy abilities, so yeah. Very, very different to this one. Anyway, on to the second level, which is not Castle Lolo, but Float Islands. Yes. And that's another thing. Castle Lolo is completely omitted, should I say, from this game. Yes. I wasn't joking when I said this was a slimmed down version. In fact, it's a much easier version. Seriously, there's also a whole section of the Float Islands level that is just completely gone. Yeah, completely gone here, so yeah. But it is a nice introduction for anyone who wants to play a Kirby game without the difficulty, so probably it can get a bit harder. Another thing of note, the boss in this level, Kabula, is nowhere to be seen. Seriously. Seriously, he is not in this version at all. He does appear, in fact, in this area, where we're running up towards this castle here, which I guess should be Castle Lololo. And also, I completely decimated Mr. Frosty there, that walrus thing. Yeah, his cousin, Rusty, chasing around an orange bandicoot. Yeah, I just completely floored him. So yeah. Also, by getting this, we get this explosive bomb. We get the crash ability, which I am going to use straight against Lololo and La La La. Seriously, we're the boss of Castle Lololo and completely destroy their HP. Seriously. But there we go. Yeah, seriously, this game is far easier than the original. I'm guessing this is the beginner mode for the game, because that's the only reason there. Yeah, so Castle Lololo, Lololo and La 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 were just brought in instead of Kabula. Weirdly enough, in the remake for the Nintendo DS Kirby Superstar Ultra, the Kabula does actually return in that game in, I guess a remake of this called, Return of the King. Seriously, Return of the King. But it also features a version of the main boss of the first game, King DDD, as Masked DDD, and he even has his own badass theme there as well. Anyway, we are in Bubbly Clouds, which is a little longer than some of the other stages. And here is where we get introduced to a really long time Kirby boss, namely Krako. Yes, he is actually pretty tough once we get to him. But first we have to go through his offspring here. Seriously. Which, if I hadn't got the, I guess the mirror ability, might have been a bit harder, but yeah, not too hard, if you ask me. So yeah, he's down. So now let's go to the, indeed to the top of the area. And, oh boy, I'm not doing great in terms of HP here, but there you go. Also, here is the mic power-up, and I killed it. I'll probably go over that a little later then. And be wary of the spikes, because they can knock you back. Yes, it's not an instant death like in Mega Man. No. And, indeed, let's go up here where we get multiple Sir-Kibbles. I don't know why they're called Sir-Kibbles. They don't look like, I'm guessing Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Kirby, decided to do, I don't know, or HAL Labs, I don't know. Anyway, here's Krako, and I think I do die to him here, because, yeah, he will shoot out beams, and also, kill me, yes, but that's not what's important here. No, what's important is that, he is actually the first tough boss that you'll encounter here in Sping Breeze, and, no, I don't want to restart from there, but... And that's another thing, some of the platforming is pretty tough. I'm actually going to do a restore point here just for the thing. And yes, this was recorded on my Wii U before it died. Or should I say the gamepad died and me not wanting to buy another one. Seriously, especially since the Wii U stopped accepting credit cards now. I was thinking of buying another one, but that has thrown me, I think. Anyway, let's try seeing Krako again, and indeed he will move to the left and to the right as well while firing his beam. I don't know if he does his thunder move like before, and it was a very bad move to get ice, seriously, because with Ice Kirby I have to actually shoot him in the air, which, okay, does sort of do the lightning move, but not that great, to be honest. So yeah, I'm either going to have to rely on okay, never mind, I'll just use the beam power-up and deal with that there. It's just a shame I didn't get another helper there, so I'm going to have to go for double beams here, because, well, it's the only way, I guess. So yeah, that boss was actually quite tough. So on to the final area of the game, Mount DDD. Yes, Mount DDD, where we will actually face King DDD himself. Now, originally in Kirby's Dreamland on the Game Boy, this area was actually a boss rush before we faced King DDD, so we'd have to face each one of the bosses before the before we actually went to actually face DDD himself. But not in this version. No, we face the evil penguin now, and he's a pushover. Seriously, the only thing to watch out for really is his hammer. And him sucking you up and whatnot, so yeah. And apparently I got another beam power up. Maybe there was another thing. just be wary of how he moves. That's the only thing I'm going to say about King DDD here. Seriously. Especially that jump move. Seriously. Those, if he lands on you, yeah, it'll do a lot of damage. Anyway, King DDD is sent flying into the air. And, indeed, with that, all of the snacks are returned to the people of Dreamland. Seriously. That's what King DDD was doing. And Kirby apparently turns into a giant balloon. Seriously. So, yeah. I'm surprised Kirby can keep up that weight, but there you go. And yes, I do love the music as well. Well, the ending theme is stuck in my head for a very, very long time. But, yes, that was Sping Breeze. However, we are not done with Kirby Superstar, oh no, because the very next thing I'm going to look at in Kirby Superstar is the Gourmet Race, yes. And that's interesting because, firstly for the music and secondly for the, how it works and everything. And yes, it is necessary to unlock some of the other modes as well. Anyway, that being said, yeah, I'll just show the ending here. And yes, Kirby was hauling the castle. I'm surprised because, honestly, Kirby is, well, you'll see in other games. But anyway, I will see you for the Gourmet Race. Goodbye!